October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, also known as Intimate Partner Violence Awareness Month. Approximately 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men will experience some form of intimate partner dating violence or domestic violence in their lifetime. It is very likely that someone you know is a survivor or may be suffering in silence.
In the unsettling case of Latrice Shay Armstead, the disappearance of a loved one is a harrowing experience, especially when her abandoned and burned vehicle was discovered. Despite these grim circumstances, Latrice's family has clung to hope, longing for her safe return. On that fateful day in July 2012, witnesses reported seeing Latrice twice in the company of her estranged husband, Tony Bledsoe. Their relationship was marred by domestic violence, and shortly before her disappearance, Tony inflicted a severe injury on Latrice, breaking her jaw. When she vanished, her jaw remained wired shut from the incident. Just weeks before her disappearance, Latrice visited her younger brother, Frederick Armstead's shop, and tragically, that was the last time anyone saw or heard from her. At the time, Latrice was preparing to make a life-changing move from Memphis, Tennessee, where she lived with her estranged husband, to St. Louis, Missouri, where she had family support. But this transition never materialized, leaving her family deeply concerned. Latrice had absolutely no history of vanishing without maintaining contact with her relatives, particularly her 3 young sons, who were grappling with the absence of their mother. She had recently visited St. Louis and had returned to Memphis to pick up her youngest son. Just 3 days after her last sighting, Latrice's black Acura TL was discovered abandoned and set ablaze in Clarksdale, Mississippi, which, while another state, is relatively close to Memphis. Latrice, originally from Crenshaw, Mississippi, her sister, Brenda Armstead, emphasized how dedicated Latrice was as a mother, underscoring the urgency of the alarm raised by her family when she went missing. Naturally, the police's attention turned to Latrice's estranged husband as a suspect in her disappearance. Tony Bledsoe denied any knowledge of her whereabouts, but he was arrested due to a protective order that Latrice had against him, as witnesses had placed them together on the day she disappeared. Years have passed since Latrice went missing, with no new leads on her whereabouts. This is deeply distressing, as she is not only a diabetic, but also required a special diet because of her wired jaw. Latrice stood at approximately 5 feet 4 and weighed 150 pounds when she disappeared. She had distinctive features, including deep-set dimples in her cheeks, a gold tooth on her right lateral incisor, and several tattoos, such as 3 bears on her left shoulder, a rosary around her left arm, a blue rose on her right arm, a panther on her leg, and a heart on her left breast. She was also known by the name Shay. If you possess any information that could aid in locating Latrice, you are urged to contact the Coahoma County Sheriff's Department at 662-624-3085 or your local authorities and help bring Latrice home.
Is still searching for answers 8 years later after the disappearance of their loved one, Latrice Armstead. She had recently moved to St. Louis and was seen back here in Memphis when she went missing. Local 24 News reporter Rebecca Butcher, she spoke with a relative who just wants her sister home again.
Well, Latrice's family says that her case was transferred to Memphis as a missing persons cold case. Although it's been almost a decade, Latrice's sister says that someone knows something. Brenda Armstead describes her sister, Latrice Shay Armstead, as a generous person.
Family oriented. If she had something, and you are a friend, it's as good as yours.
She hasn't seen her sister or heard her laugh since July 2012.
When I realized that I hadn't heard from her, I started looking around for it.
Her sister's a mother of 3 boys and was going through the beginnings of a divorce filing. She moved to St. Louis after trying to escape a violent relationship with her estranged husband, Tony Bledsoe.
I absolutely suspect him. At the time that she left, she had her mouth was wired shut because he had broken her jaw.
Armstead was last seen with Bledsoe in Memphis. 2 days later, her car was found burned in Coahoma County, Mississippi.
No one else around her that we know has motive. Everyone that the police wanted to question, they came in for questioning without any fear or anything except for him.
And family believes there was motive since Latrice had custody of the kids. Every day, every year, without a break in the now cold case becomes heartbreaking for the family.
People just don't disappear.
And if you have any information about the whereabouts of Latrice Armstead, you can leave an anonymous tip with Memphis Police. That number, 901-528-CASH. Reporting in Midtown, Rebecca Butcher, Local 24 News.